I'm going to show you something on DoorDash, and you might take the order or you might not want to take it. I'm telling you why you should. We are going to dive right into this DoorDash order, why you should actually take orders just like this one, why Dashers make excuses not to take orders just like this one, and somewhere through this video, we're going to talk about what does the future look like for these types of DoorDash orders. The order I'm about ready to show you, I got last night as I was working. This is my order, and I thought we can talk about it and have a little debate because I know there are many of you who hate shopping, and I get it. I was you a couple of years ago, and today's video is more about adapting to the direction DoorDash is going and not leaving money on the table. So here is the order. Right here, it was $36.25, I believe. The first one was a shop, 13 items, really easy. No deli, no water, a couple of things in produce. Really easy shop to do. The next one was not a shop, it was just a pickup. And no, it was not like a 50-pound bag of dog food. It was a small dog's bed, a couple of collars, I think like a t-shirt for the dog, all small stuff. I shopped it, the first one, and I was out the door in 15-20 minutes, and then I was on to the next order to go pick up. Next one, pickup was ready. I walked in, said the customer's name, I grabbed the items, and I was off. That's how easy it was. And then it was to drop-offs. Yes, there were miles involved. I'm not going to sugarcoat that whatsoever. But at the end, the whole order took me about an hour and 15. I would say max an hour and 20. So for that much of my time, I got paid $36. And we're talking about this today because I want people to look at orders and make money off of them, no matter whether they're food delivery, whether they're shops, whether they're alcohol delivery. Because when we look at orders, time is money, right? The quicker we turn through orders, the more money we make. That is true. However, when you look at your valuable time, how much do you want to get paid per hour? I just got paid $36 for like an hour and a 15, hour and a half worth of work. To me, that order is worth it. Many people look at orders like this and look at miles and go, whoa, nope, I'm not doing it. Or look at it as a shop and go, I'm not doing it. I don't like to do shops. But because you're limiting yourself, you're limiting your potential on the money you can make on the DoorDash app. That's really what this is all about. So why should you take DoorDash orders just like the one I showed you? It's $36. Do you know how much closer I was to making my goal because I put in my bank $36? Now, if you are just doing food delivery and you didn't receive something like this, how many $5 or $6 orders would it take for you to get $36? Just to put it in a little bit of perspective. I know you guys are like, but it's long miles. And I'm going to say, but it was more than $2 per mile. And some of you are going to say, well, it's just not worth my time. $36 isn't worth your time to complete it in an hour and 20 minutes max. That is worth your time. You know, I said it just a little while ago, time is money. This is when you break it down, and I want everybody to think of orders in how much time it takes you to complete them. Because I feel like people shy away from orders like this because you think it's going to take too long. It's not. You have to trust yourself that you can work quickly and go in, get it out, get it done, and then all of a sudden you have $36 more. And this could be any dollar amount. Now, say this order was like $15 going 12 miles to Dropbox. I still had a shop. It's $15 worth my time that I would invest in it. No, you have to think wisely. You have to think smart. And you have to look at these dollar amounts versus how long it's going to take you to complete them. The thing with DoorDash, and this is what I've learned over the years, and if you're just joining my channel for the very first time, first of all, I've been working DoorDash for over 7 years now, and I've been full-time for 5. So the one thing that has kept me making money consistently on DoorDash is adapting to what DoorDash throws at drivers, no matter what that is. Was I you who hates shopping and was reluctant to do it a couple of years ago? Absolutely. I said on this channel, and you can go back to my past videos that says I'm never doing shopping. I don't want to do shopping. I hate shopping for myself. Why would I want to do shopping on the DoorDash platform? Well, here I am. If I still had that mindset years ago that I did today, would I still make the same amount of money? My opinion, no. So let's talk about what excuses that Dashers really have. Maybe we can overcome them together. I think a lot of times Dashers confuse what they don't want to do, and they're adamant about it. I will never do it. I do not want to do it, versus what they need to do to actually go out and make money. The DoorDash app isn't anymore what you want to do. If you just did what you want to do, are you really making the most and getting the most amount of money you can while you're working the DoorDash app? Versus you doing what you need to do. It's the hustler's mentality that you're going to do what you need to do to get to your goal, to make your money. I'm hoping this is a little bit motivational. You know, it's excuse driven. I just came up with my own excuses and I overcame them. So what is your excuse for not doing not doing shopping? Go ahead, let me know. Because you can't give the time limit, because I just completely squashed that one down. You can't tell me this one was miles, because did I want to drive 12 miles? Heck no. But was it worth it? Yes. The thing is, guys, it's more about working smarter and thinking through orders and valuing your time versus what the dollar amount is. And I think that's a lot of things that we miss as Dashers. So how does this apply all to the future of DoorDash and you actually taking orders? Here's the thing. DoorDash isn't going to stop doing shopping. They're not going to stop doing alcohol delivery. They're also not going to stop doing food delivery. But where is their focus? On any news that you've seen in the past year, maybe even 2 years, where has all of DoorDash's focus been? On shopping. That's the way that they are trying to grow the app and make it sustainable. I'll be honest, this is my own personal opinion. I have nothing to base this on, but is food delivery something that will continue to grow, or will it continue to dwindle down because less people are ordering food? Everyone needs to order groceries. Everybody needs to eat, right? Everybody needs their groceries, whether they get it delivered or not. That's a different story. But the potential of growing as a Dasher and DoorDash growing as a company is completing some of these orders that you might not want to do because that's the direction that the company is going. So, do you think food delivery is dying? Or do you think it's going to continue to keep on ramping up? I don't see that happening. I was just talking about the future of DoorDash. Well, DoorDash just did a little bit of an update to a feature that I think Dashers would actually love. However, they're lying to Dashers just a little bit. Well, you're going to want to check this one out next, and I'll see you over there.